Okay. And then it is giving you all the test failure details, also test case failed. And this is a category, if you see, right? So on the runtime, it's creating a test category also based on test category. Now we'll go to a reports generated by the same. It generated multiple reports for you. If you go to test results folder, this is a test summary, test ID, test title, right? And then it has a owning team also. So which means it's telling, okay, this test case owned by this particular team. And this is a test category. So it's giving all the failures, and then it's giving you all the, these are the slowest test cases. This was the slowest time, this was the average time, total time delay, all the details, how many passed, it's giving you all the information. Okay. Then it also tells whether that pipeline, that particular test case is running locally or it's running in a particular build pipe, whether it's running in a GitHub or it's running in a Azure DevOps. Okay. So it's telling it's not a pipeline, it's running locally. Right? The same we have a test failure summary over here. Now, if you go to a prompts, these are the two test cases which were failing, right? So it created a detailed info. Okay, this was a test info. This was a error details. This was a stack test, and this is a code. This test case was failing. Okay. Now it's having a fixes also for a similar test case. If you go over here now, it's telling this was a root cause of a particular test case failure. And this is a updated test code with the fix. And these are the improvements I have done. I have used now get by role instead of other locator. So it's generating a prompt file also. It's generating a fix also for you, which you can use.
So to generate this report, can we see your test script for the report generation?
Pardon?
Like your test script for the your report generation. Just wanted to see
It's
how.
not a single file. It's multiple files for different operations. This is the same reporter. I shown you previously means small portion of the same test reporter. I just extracted only few lines of code and I created that reporter which I shown you earlier. And this is a big reporter. If you go to a utils, this is a bill info which will tell us whether we are using Azure pipeline, GitHub, or other.
Right.
If
Okay.
it's a pipeline, it will create a bug also for you.
Okay.
Okay. We create a bug also for you. We can send an email also from a reporter, complete test report. So it's all in one. So this is an example means based on your requirements, you can create a custom reporter. You can use now Gen AI to generate a fixes also. Okay. Now means I will give you one more example. So this is a Playwright extension which you can install, and this Playwright extension, what it will allow you, if I'm on a particular test kit, if you right click, you can run this particular test case now. Okay, so there is an option to run this test case, run test and debug test. Okay. You can go to a particular test case also, and you can tell over there also run this test. Run test it custom, debug test it custom. Okay. And the same means when you go to a testing tab, you're getting all these options because of that particular extension only. And that's the extension from
Sir, I missed the extension. What was the extension? Sorry.
this is a Playwright test for VS Code. This is from Microsoft.
Oh,
There are
okay.
a lot of other extensions available, but use only this one, Playwright test for VS Code.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, you are running, you are using Playwright test runner as well, extension.
Test runner is already inbuilt. There is no extension for a Playwright test runner.
Oh, it's okay.
In 2020, when they launched the Playwright, at that time it was not having a test runner. It was using a just, you can use a just test runner or Karma or Jasmine test runners. In 2022, they launched their own Playwright test runner. Okay. So there is no extension for a Playwright test runner. The particular extension allow you in a VS Code to have all these options available to you. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm using one more extension. If you see, means when I right click, I'm getting a debug Playwright test also, and then run test. These are two different extensions I'm using.
Yeah, for the cursor, what was the extension?
That's the same as Microsoft extension, Playwright for test for VS Code. This one.
Okay.
Okay.
There is another question from Govind. Is there any option to encrypt password?
No, that means you can create your means. I have created own scrubbers, so that means if I'm generating a report, it will automatically scrub that particular password from a. That's in a Microsoft. We have a policy means we cannot use passwords at all. We have to use the keywords. Okay. And then even if we are using passwords, it will not be in a log. It cannot be in a log. So we have a in my test reporter, I have a scrubber attached where it will remove the complete password. Even if it's encrypted password, also it will remove that encrypted string. Also, if you are, example, you are using a header for any API call, right? Anything you are calling, and it will automatically get that will be a password, encrypted password. Also, it will remove encrypted password also from that particular log. So in my actual Playwright test reporter, I have all that facilities available.
Okay. And the next question is from Anu. Is CodeGen a plugin?
CodeGen is not a plugin again, it's inbuilt. Whatever commands I'm running, if I'm running an npx Playwright, any command that's inbuilt in a Playwright.
Okay. And
So I will give you one more example. Means I was supposed to give in a third or fourth session, but I will now. We generated one test case today. Which one? This one, right?
Yeah.
I'm not running. I'm running a simple edit mode. Okay. And I simply given simple command. Now it will generate a page class from a particular test case. It will generate a separate test file which will use a. It generated a complete page class, right, for you.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's modified that test case also to use a page class.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's using a test.step also, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's using my wrapper function right now. Means I have a wrapper function, so it's using my wrapper function, but it's created a page class for you. It created everything for you. So this is the other way you can use a Gen AI to generate a page class from an already generated code gen test case, and you can get it follow your own pattern.
Yeah, refactory more better.
Okay. And it created a folders also. It's putting everything in a separate folders also.
okay. We have last question until now. Can we use Playwright for automating native applications?
Yes.
I think everybody covered their questions until now. I think there is one from Jaya. It is how to integrate the Playwright test scripts with Jenkins or Git.
With
Jenkins or Git.
Jenkins means we are not using Jenkins, but means there is a integration. If you go to playwright.dev, so they have integrations over here, and over here they have given all the different environments. They have given Jenkins also in this one. Okay. So I'm mostly using Azure Dev Pipelines, ADO, or I'm using a GitHub. I'm not using any other platform because I'm from Microsoft. So, but here they have given all the integration you can use.
Okay, thank you. And Shashi Rekha, you have any question?
Yeah. Can you briefly show the framework wise, like your framework, like how is it is organized kind of thing?
See, I have so many frameworks which I developed using a Playwright. Okay. And I cannot disclose, but I will show you means best practices only, means I cannot disclose a framework which I have developed.
Right.
I'm showing some components from a same framework, only the reporter which I am showing, it's a part of the same framework. Again, that's not includes everything. I'm creating a bugs also in Azure DevOps. Okay. I'm sending an email notification also. We call it incidents also, means other than bug, we have incidents also. We are creating incidents also. We are pushing data to a telemetry also, so that means we can generate a reports out of that particular data. So in my actual report, I am doing lot of things. Okay. I will show you only few options which I'm using in my framework so that you can use similar. So I shown you means I'm getting a test owner, right? We have a big teams. We don't know means which particular test owned by which particular team. So we want to create a bug on a particular team if test case fails, or if we want to send an email notification to a particular team only if a test case fails, right?
Right.
So we are using a team owner over there. I shown you the team owner, right? We were getting the team owners. So if you go to those test files, this is the annotation I'm adding. I'm adding a team over here. This particular test is belonged by this particular team. Okay. This is a code which you can use. You can use the annotation to tell me this particular, we have a team and that particular test belongs to this particular team. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not using this particular system in my actual code. We are not using annotations. We are using some other way of identifying a team.
Got it.
We are using a fixer over there to identify your teams. Okay. But this is a means I create this example for you only means you can get a team information. If you want to give, okay, okay, this particular test case belongs to only this particular team. Then I given you example if you want to run a test case in a particular browser only, for example, in a Google only, right?
Yeah.
So here means you can use the test.skip if it's not a Chrome browser. There was other way also means I shown means you can use in a test itself if it's not browser by using a browser name, right?
Yeah.
So this is a filtering means you're filtering, okay, means you want to run a test case only in a test environment, not in a pre-prod or a prod environment. So you can do different type of filtering based on your requirements. And this filtering again, you can do at a project level also in a playwright.config.ts file. So I will show you that one also. So you can have these different type of projects, and that project you can use to tell me, so it belongs to a particular team only, particular browser only, particular type of a test only, for a desktop only, for a emulation only, so for a API only. So you can create all these projects and you can run those projects also.
It's in the config file you configure. Okay.
Yeah. I have another example also for a project. Will, if time permits, we'll give that demo also. Then there is another tool called UI mode, which we have to use. So UI mode means you can see how test is getting executed. So there will be a user interface involved, and then you can do all the steps for running a particular test case. Okay. So I have a specific example for that.
So Deepak, I have a question on regarding the framework. This is Hari. So usually for the Selenium, the most best practiced used one is the page object model. So can we have the framework structure here also, like all the pages locators in one place, and
That means we'll be covering a page object model also. There is a page object model session is also there. So I have an example for that also.
sounds good. Okay. And one more
Don't worry,
question.
I'm going to cover everything. Means whatever questions you have. So I forgot to show you one more thing, means we were using a minus minus trace on, right? And then we were giving a trace separately also, right? There is other way also. If you're using a browser and browser context, then you can use a context and then tracing dot start. In that case, it will start a tracing. Okay. And then you can use a tracing dot stop. So this is the other way. If you don't want to use a trace dot on or trace in a playwright.config.ts file, you can use a trace like this also. Okay. So it will, I have created a command also for this, run trace. So this is simple TS file. If you see, this is not a test, right?
So this is for code gen to how you want.
Not code gen. Don't get confused, miss. You're just checking everything.
Yeah.
That trace viewer, miss, I told miss there is a two way of enabling a trace, minus minus trace on, or you can use a playwright.config.ts to enable a trace, right?
Okay. Right. Okay.
So this is a means if you want to create a trace file, but you are not running a playwright.config.ts or any playwright environment. You have some project. From that project, you want to run some test case and you want to create a trace file from there. In actual project, sometimes we are running a complete test case from a web interface also. In a web interface, we have a one button, run test, and it's running a test case, and then it's creating a trace over there. Okay. So if you have such type of scenario, then you can use this one. So it will be running in, I think, head full mode. So sorry, headless mode. So maybe we will not get a browser. So this is completed. So there should be a trace file in the same folder. Here it created, right? Because we have given me in the same directory, you have to create it.
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll go to a UAE mode. 1 second, I'm trying to find out one particular test case I forget to write. So locators we covered or not yesterday? I don't know. Remember this test case.
We have covered locators yesterday.
Yeah, this.
Deepak, one more question.
Yeah.
So after installing the extension for Playwright on VS Code, is there anything that needs to be done, like restart or
Nothing.
anything?
That's it. That you have to restart your VS Code. That's it.
Okay. Even then, if the test cases are not being recognized, what could be the reason?
It will be recognized only when you are in a Playwright test folders. There will be a Playwright test folder. Even if it's not recognized, then you can add your folder as a workspace.
Okay.
Even then, you will get something over here, refresh button. You can do a refresh this one. Okay. Fine. So we'll run a UI mode test case.
Can we take one question and then move on, Deepak?
Let me complete some of the portion. Otherwise, means we'll left a lot of.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
This is a simple task. This is going to fail. Okay. So we are simply going to modify it, and we are just clicking, hovering on a product, and then we are checking a particular heading. So it's using my reporter also, right? Because we have not removed it. Oh, sorry. We were supposed to enable UI also. That's what I want to. So minus UI is the. So now you can see this launched a UI mode, right? And this is your test case, right? This is just similar interface. The way you are running a test case from here means you're getting this particular test explorer, right?
Mhm.
So here you are getting a timeline also on top, and then the same interface which you have in a trace viewer also, right? You're getting a before after hooks also. Locator, source, call, everything is there. Now we'll run this test case. You can see timelines on top. So UI mode can be used for debugging also. So it's waiting to find a particular element and then it should fail. It failed, right? If you can see over here. And it failed over here. So it's a complete trace here, right? Before hook, after hook, you're getting everything. And if you go to errors, you can see the same error and then you can see the copy prompt also, right? You can copy this. Let's go to ChatGPT. It's give you same means. This was an issue and this is a fixed code. If you will copy this code, I modified it. Now it failed at some other location, right? Products. Because it's finding a two elements for our products. So we have to fix it. Now we have to use filtering to get a particular element, right? If you copy prompt, it will check the prompt. It will tell you all the details. There, it's resolved to two different elements. We have two different products. Okay. So this way you can use a copy prompt to fix your test case by using a UI mode. You will get all the details also. You will get a time frame also. You will get a network calls also. You can see attachments also. You will be having a screenshot and video also. Now, if you want to use a UI mode in a Docker container will be having a IP address. Docker container will be having a port also. In that case, you can use a -- UI host and you can give a IP address or -- UI port to give a port of a particular Docker container. Everybody knows what are containers, right?
Anyone have a question on that?
Docker containers or GitHub code spaces. So these are the best practices means we should use a locators. We should generate a locators by using a VS Code extension, which is your code gen. You can use a particular VS Code code gen to generate a complete test code, and then you can, if you want to refactor, you can use VS Code GitHub Copilot to refactor complete code as per your design patterns. Okay. Always try to use assertions wherever possible. Web first assertions, which I already shown you. Okay. You can use a debugging. You can use a different playwright toolings. Try to test across all the browsers. Okay. And keep your Playwright dependency up to date, which means keep on updating the Playwright package. Always try to get the latest package so that you can get the latest features. Always run tests on build pipelines also, and always use a linting for your test case. If you see, I am using a linting in my test case also. I have a complete yes linting enabled, and I have a prettier added over here. So I'm doing a yes linting over here. How much time is left?
We're already, beyond, but if anybody has.
So I have a page object model.
Mhm.
It will take around 20 to 25 minutes only.
If everybody's, okay to stay, we can continue. Otherwise, we'll take it in the next session. Please give thumbs up or, post a comment.
Can we have one more
Okay.
session?
Yeah, we are planning to.
We'll take questions and we'll have a page object model in the next session.
Yeah, next session is better. We'll be setting up something by the time and we'll be ready.
So same time next week, Saturday and Sunday.
No, next week is a long weekend, so I'm not sure. So probably skipping the next week, and we will be moving on to the other next week.
Okay.
So this means there was a question, means whether you can use this playground. So it's available. It's a playwright-playground.virtual.app. So anybody can use this one. It's
Can you
available.
paste this? Can you paste this URL in our chart if possible?
That's what I'm doing now.
Thank you.
Can we do a debugging kind of session? Like, because I tried setting up VS Code and Playwright, and for some reason, the tests are not being recognized if I try to run from the VS Code, but I'm able to run the test from the terminal.
Oh, I'm not getting a chat window. Maybe I'm. Yeah, I got now.
Hari, we can share this recording, and we can definitely plan for the debugging session. But the previous Playwright session, so I can share.
Debugging is a very big topic. So debugging means again depends on two different environments, whether you are using a local debugging, your dev machine, or it's in a build pipeline. So I will explain both scenarios. You can use a minus debug, which means you can use a Playwright inspector for debugging locally, right? That's a one thing. Secondly, you can use a trace viewer again to debug your test codes. Okay. And if it's your build pipeline, then you can only use a test.zip video and the screenshots available for your particular available in a particular build pipeline based on your playwright.config.ts settings. And third thing means, which I showed you, means you can use an extension, right? In extension means you can go to a test case. I will check whether I have settings in the launch.json or not. Yes. So you can create this configuration. Okay. And once this configuration will be available, you can go to a particular test case, right? Somebody asked for a parameters yesterday, right? So I'm going to cover that parameterized test also in a page.object model. So I have an example for that also. So we'll take some test case. For example, this one, you can right click and you can debug playwright test. If you see now it started at debugging and now debugger is attached. You are seeing, right? If I will be having a breakpoint, it will stop over there.
So the run this Playwright test can happen only if you have that configuration file, is it?
Why you require a configuration file? You require a launch.json tells me you want to this configuration you require launch.json. So here means I'm telling me I want to launch, I want to use a node. Okay, and I want to use this particular playwright.config.ts file. And if these are not required in your case, this is example from my live project. So this is not required. But these are the parameters you require. Okay.
Got it.
And how you can check also. That was a one way, okay? If you go to debug, if you have launch.json over here, and this is debug, right? Now you can see this VS Code Playwright test, right? Name over here. And you can see over here, you can debug from here also. So in that case, it will run all the test cases in a debug mode. So I have a specific extension which I have created so I can debug a particular test case. So that's what means I was going directly to a test case and I was right clicking over here and debug Playwright test. This is a separate extension which I am using it. Okay. I have a lot of snippets also available, means I don't know I have installed it on this or not. No, I have not installed in this machine. So I have a snippets also available, which will all automatically create complete test case for you. That was created 4 years back when Playwright was introduced. Now we have a Gen AI, so no need to use those snippets. Gen AI already create all those snippets for you, right? So that extension I have created means when we were not having a code gen, so you want to create a snippets, end-to-end snippets.
What is the extension for that?
That extension again I have to check. Yeah, this one Playwright code snippets. This is my extension.
It seems to be like not. Is it installed one or it's
You have to install it.
okay?
This is my extension, means if you see my name also there.
Yeah, got it.
What is the benefit of snippets? I lost something.
Snippets means it will it will automatically write a complete test case for you, bootstrap that test case. So I don't know means why it's not, because I have not used for 4 or 5 years. We'll try if it's working. Yeah, it's working. See over here. So if, for example, I want to write a complete Playwright test, I will click and this will create a complete test case for me, right? I want just a code for after all, so it will create after all only. You want a page click, it will do a page click only.
Oh, okay.
So I have not used for 3 years. So I think it's been.
So it gives
Now
a
we are using it
skeleton
again.
and yeah, it will give you a skeleton of the code and we need to refill that locators and all the
Yes.
things
So,
in order to do that.
for
Yeah.
example, means I am using my own function, wrapper function. So for me, it's getting the snippet based on my. I'm not using a test. I'm using my own function. I will explain that one also tomorrow. Tomorrow means whenever we have a session.
Thank you, Deepak.
Okay, wonderful. Can I please request you all to turn on your camera if you're comfortable? By that, we can take a picture. And before that, Deepak,
And I will share my LinkedIn again. If you want to contact me, you can contact me on my LinkedIn.
Sure.
Okay, or you can drop me a message, means I will respond to your queries. No need to wait for our next session. You can post me all your questions in a LinkedIn.
Great, thank you.
Okay. And I'm stopping the recording now.
Question here is like for the next session,